Yellow, yellow, welcome to Saturday Shogi. Where we gonna check what happened last week in the Pro World. I'm gonna clean my glasses before we start because I see nothing. How has been your week so far, guys? Everything great? Any new Shogi achievement, promotions? Or maybe the opposite? Yeah. Cleaning sounds. Making my tea still. Hello, matey. Hi, guys. When you said Hoy, that reminded me of this meme. I don't know if you guys know, there's like this Hoy! Hello! Like this kid speaking. Or something. When they show cute things, usually they use it. I'm playing more weekly teaching ladder. My 81 rank is in the balance. Oh, nice. Good to hear. I see somebody's playing weekly ladder right now, actually. Can say any of my richest achievements are Shogi related. Hey, any achievement is good. Doesn't have to be Shogi related. What's my non-Shogi related achievement? Speaking of which. What did I achieve? I bought a Berliner today because we had this like market, which is rare, and I bought a Berliner. And I ate it, and I'm a happy person. Still as awful as that as always. Come on! At least you woke up today. That has to be, oh my gosh, that has to be an achievement of some sorts. There's so many Brazilian players, I wonder if they have like a tournament going on? Like a club? Could be, right? So many at the same time. Let's spy on them. Oh, it finished. Oh no, they will notice that we're here now. Oh, okay, it was a little bit more conclusive. Alright. Yep. So, let me see what's new in the Pro World. 26, there were 2 upcoming matches, which was today. One which was Ryuo Game 5 Fuji versus Hirose. And the other one was Kurashiki Toka second game, Satomi versus Nishiyama. You could watch those 2 games, I think they're uploaded already. For some festival. Astorojiku. There was Fast Logic sponsored tournament for kids. Or will be. Yeah, and a bunch of other Shogi related events. So there is a program that you guys know which is going to Japan. I want to go to Japan and I think it's about Ekaterina. They actually rebroadcasted it on the 21st, I believe. Somebody sent me the picture of that. Yeah, about Ekaterina, yeah. I actually was asked to give some comment too. I refused because I have no idea how is she doing. And I didn't feel comfortable talking about it, yeah? But, yeah. She's in middle school now. And she's growing, it seems. And then Abu Sensei gave some comment about it again. But this doesn't give me much info. Yeah, they just like redid this the whole program with some new commentary, I believe. I'm still nearing my highest rating point at Go again with another multi-year hiatus. Well, I suppose another is the wrong word. That's good if you're getting close to something. What is your highest rating in Go? And then we had Shogi no Hi, so Shogi Day, as you guys know, because we shouted Happy Shogi Day. Because of this, they like give awards in Shogi Renmei. So there was a ceremony. And those people were appreciated by receiving awards, yeah? For example, Habu got a special prize honorary award for something I cannot read because those kanji are. Yamada Lady Pro got 40 years in like working reward, I guess, then 25 years for few other people. Special reward for Kubo. So this is like Kansai and Kanto, like it divided. And like many people got like appreciated today, yeah. So Shogi no Hi, such a day it is. Alright, so let's look at the games. Do not spoil the results. I will probably spoil the results anyway. Oh, this is interesting because if I understood correctly, Nishiyama became the challenger for the Ladies Meiji, as shown here, pink color. Yeah, she had 8 wins, 1 loss. Satomi had, in comparison, 2 losses, 1 of which was against Nishiyama, yeah? So she will be challenging Ito Sae Meiji, Lady Meijins, yeah? You were 1Q, nice. Oh, 1 down is a big wall you wanna break, right? Good luck, good luck. I used to be like 3Q in Go, long time ago. Alright, so we have our page here with all the Kifu. For sure we wanna watch like Fuji Hirose, right? And then maybe Nishiyama Satomi? If it's here. Yeah, it is. How often do pro play titles? Are these seasons? Yes, it's like a seasonal thing. But it's spread through the year. It's like each tournament have a season, and then it's divided to preliminaries round. Preliminaries, main tournament, and then title match. And usually title match, like, it's gonna like touch these next preliminary, kinda, if it makes sense. Like, it's gonna be very close to the another season. It's been a sore point trying to break through to it when Dance would tell me I played like one. If you have the skill, you eventually will break, yeah? No matter what people are saying, you just have to prove it to yourself. Also, I believe like you have to be stronger than one dan to get one dan, because you need to beat one dan actually to get promoted. It's kind of difficult, right? Yeah, so it's like each tournament has preliminary starts here, then the other preliminary starts here, then the other preliminary starts here. So they kind of run simultaneously with some delays. Well, you could argue that not all the title matches are played in the same season. Some are intertwined and so on. But yeah, there's like this calendar with seasons. I cannot tell you which one is when. So for example, here we have Kurashiki Toka, game 2. But we just had Nishiyama become a challenger from Joryu Meijinsen. So one is earlier than the other, yeah? clearly. Alright. Very difficult question, but good question. Any other key? Maybe let's concentrate on those two. What do you guys think? Yeah, usually those two. I mean, top players, always good to watch. If you don't mind, I'm gonna watch, like, download those two now. Yeah, but the comments started to grate on me as my rating was stuttering. Even had a 5 down tell me I made them think more than most. Never take... How do I say? We call it in Polish to sit on laur. You know, like in the Roman times or Greek times, when you want something, you would get this laur leaf on your head. So we say you sit on it, which means you got lazy before you actually achieved it. Yeah. That's something to avoid. It doesn't matter what people think, you have to prove it to yourself, right? And if you're content, just be content and be that 1 kill, yeah? You have to be strict for yourself to achieve competitive goals, is my point, I guess. That wasn't what was happening, okay. So you had different issue then. I'm just content. That's a good nickname, actually. One more thing, guys, I'm thinking to on the YouTube channel, yeah? As you know, we have this Ureshino's opening continuing. And I read that most of the comments want to continue with Ureshino. I'm gonna change a little bit though, because we're getting really deep into theory. And technically it's tips for beginners, right? So I thought I will create a different playlist from Shogi openings and continue it like separately, yeah? Now the question is, do I put a video, like probably into some update video into tips for beginners explaining that everything moved to the other playlist? Or I will keep the first video of each opening as some sorts of introduction and say, oh, if you're interested more, go to the other playlist, yeah? But I didn't decide yet which one is clearer. But yeah, we will continue for Ureshino, probably touch a little bit of Ishida style because somebody wanted it. In fact, I was trying to push harder than any other time in my Go career, memorizing pro games, doing hundreds of tsume, playing as many games as possible in between. So maybe you overdid it? Sometimes it's possible to overdo as well, right? I also used to do those things when I was playing Go. I need to establish 2 other things before we watch it. First of all, I don't want to spoil you the results. So if I open it on my... Okay, I'm gonna open it here. So Satomi's game is best of 3. And Satomi had 1 point win. If she won this game, she will... If she wins this game, she will defend the title. If she loses, it's gonna be equal. With Fuji and Hirose. It's 1, 2, 3. And it's best of 7. So it's also very close, yeah? Fuji win, he has 4 wins. Hirose, if Hirose wins, he has 2 wins. And the game continues, yeah? So both are really high-stake games. We're gonna take a look at them and I'm gonna hide. This time we came up with this new array. I'm gonna hide the answer here. Your god awful at the reduction invasion tactics, particularly Sabaki. That sounds important in Go, right? Oh wow, we already streaming for quite a bit. We have to start, guys. Alright, who was Sente, who was Gote? Sente was Satomi. Nishiyama was Gote. Nishiyama. And we're gonna go to our favorite spoiler block. Hopefully it's gonna block the spoiler. And I need to do one more thing before that. Which is gonna be weird. Just bear with me. We're gonna get a color. Yep, that or black for a moment. Because I need to load the Kifu and you cannot see you will see the ending position. Which we don't wanna show you. How about now? Does this work? It works. Alright. Ta-da! We don't know who won the game. Also, we don't know who sent it, who's got it, but... yeah. Maybe we should add that. Guys, today we're also working a little bit more about those. Yeah. What is this text? Okay. Let's use that. How do I change it? Satomi versus Nishiyama. Okay. Where do we put it now? It's not bothering us. Guys, is this good enough? Where is it? Text. I'm having too much fun with it. Text. I have trouble selecting it. I guess it stays here because I have trouble selecting it. Alright, properties. Okay, yep. It stays there. And thing is, I realized something similar, that I did better if I made influence and waited for my opponent to invite, preceding a couple of my best and one of my worst tournament games. So you're better at defending then? Maybe you have to get better at attacking? So Sabaki, as you mentioned. I mean, realizing that you're missing something is part of the learning thing, so... Not quite. Okay, that's way too complex, matey. I guess I won't be able to help you in few simple words. You're better at attacking invasions, which is called defending, right? Technically, because they're invading your territory and you're defending it. That's my understanding. Okay, I see. You're just a good brawler then. Seb, do you see this text over here? It's supposed to be here for that reason. I just cannot seem to move it. It's irritating, actually. This text tells you that Satomi is Sente. And wait, I'm gonna do something. Do I still have the magical? Yes, I do. Does this make it clearer? I think it makes it clearer. If only it could be smaller. If only it could be smaller. Oh, I know what's happening. Okay, I know why I cannot move it. Alright, I found out. You didn't see, right? Did you see? I'm so sorry if you saw the answer. Okay, you're going out of this spoiler box. I need you to behave. Alright. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, so I'm sorry. Ay, ay, ay. This is the only place I can put it in. Without... Nishiyama. Oh, is it typo? Nishiyama. Thank you so much for pointing that out. Nishiyama. Make it tinier, maybe. Okay, it hurts my soul that it's on top of the shogi pieces, but I think we have to live with it. I think we have to live with it, unless I put it here, above my head. But if the names get longer... Oh, maybe that's okay. Anybody have the nerve-wracking thing that it's not equal? Okay, not. Alright, how about this, guys? This better? Put between the facepalm and facecam and facepalm. Facecam and piece. So here, yeah? Good idea. So I think it fits. It's fine, it's fine. Alright, let's go, guys. So you probably were spoiled who's the winner, but hopefully not. And I also realized that my face might not hide if the name is too long, so we will have to try test it afterwards. But let's take a look. Again, if Satomi wins, she defends. Nishiyama wins, they have one more game to play. So very important match. Satomi plays central rook, and Nishiyama goes for opposing. And Satomi has been doing this since last time we saw her game. She pretends to like play central rook and then she comes back. If I remember correctly, she had the pawn on 5-5 in the other game, and this time she's back to normal static rook. And for 3 bishop players, it's a good idea to push this pawn again, that they have trouble developing here. If you allow them to push it again, they might add the knight and like break through. If you do that, the rook is kinda stuck, yeah? By the way, giving you space for the bishop as well. So yeah, castling, pushing this pawn to develop the knight, seems natural, trying to put the silver up in case of silver assault. Silver comes to assault, and here Nishiyama's decision is to move the gold. We could try to use the rook, but like this feels uncomfortable, yeah? If we take, they coming closer, this is not good. If we don't take, it's also awkward because they can take and maybe push here to counter. Right silver, move rook back. Now I'm starting center rook. I'm appreciating how unusual the strategy is. Yeah, so the problem is, she wastes 2 moves to do that. But one reason could be that she tries to avoid the opposition. She's asking, are you going to play opposing rook? Or you're going for opposing rook? Well, I will play static rook. I'm gonna surprise you and come back. It's kind of a strategy beyond the board. This is a phrase in Japanese, not sure if it translates correctly, like beyond the board. So you know that your opponent is strong at something, you try to counter it, even though it's not the best choice, practically speaking. But because it's against this opponent, that you try to surprise them, yeah? So she uses the gold instead. I assume we will use it like this. Oh no, still the rook. Why did we move the gold then? Maybe just in preparation for when they come here. A little bit unusual. Anybody else have the Ureshino vibes? It feels like Ureshino a little bit, which makes me laugh a lot. Play the player, not the game. Yes, something like that. Exactly. Just maybe I should put it higher. Yeah. We ordered a new chair for me that's more, what's the word? Ergonomical. Now it's the black week, which makes everything cheaper. So trying to utilize it. Central rook, Karolina. It's not central rook, but yeah, I guess fake. It's actually technically called feigning rook. Feigning rook. Shogi feigning rook. Is it feigning? I never know how to say that word. Feint rook. Yeah. So it's a rook that fakes. Yodo Furibisha. I never knew the Japanese for that. Fakes to be swinging rook and then comes back to static. So feign. Yeah, but it doesn't have the G in it. Yodo Furibisha. Diversion, so like feint, yeah, something like diverting. It also translates to feint. G is in the verb form. Oh, okay. So that's why I'm confused. Yeah, so anyway, that's that rook. It exists. It's not like Satomi came up with something new. It just exists. And she just applies it to the situation, which is very interesting. Feint comes from sensing. Really interesting. I once tried to find fencing lessons, but everything was for kids. Alright, so here Nishiyama is trying to push this pawn, distract the silver, take this pawn, I assume. In which this silver will come up and threaten the rook again, so I'm not sure if that's gonna work. Maybe the silver can come and put pressure as well. Let's see. Somebody said to me on Discord, hey, we're studying Ureshino, maybe we should have some practice games, or like pro games to look at. I'm gonna post this like on YouTube maybe. Anyway, this is Ureshino shape against central rook, which we, by the way, against opposing rook, which we, by the way, we have later in the book at the very end, but it's nice to see it prior. Anyway, the silver will come up. So yeah, I guess the meaning of this gold was that because Satomi is concentrating on strong offense, we wanted to prepare a strong defense against it, simply speaking. Silver comes here, rook goes up, I mean down. And then they come in assault us again. Yeah. So we're pushed back. I mean, it looks like this side is maybe a little bit unhappy because they're pushed back, but remember they have pawn in hand, so it's a good exchange. The gold goes up to create resemblance of a castle. And perhaps it's important to notice that they cannot counter here because the silver is blocking the rook, and if it goes back, I assume they can protect with the rook. But they finish the half mino. And now Satomi needs to decide what to do next. She takes the vanguard pawn in the center. You could argue that we could have recontested that square and create a spot for our bishop to be activated. But it's like Nishiyama preferred to finish castling and now Satomi took that point for herself, yeah? Is there a way to bring the knight here? Currently not. Currently, if Sente were to jump the knight, we will most likely just protect this pawn and then target the head of the knight. So that would be very bad. Currently we don't have that option, yeah? It's a good thing to consider. Similarly, if we were to do the same thing here, they would just push this pawn and do the same thing. So it's premature. Okay. Okay. Bishop goes back, bishop goes up. So here it's all Satomi's creativity, I believe. How she's going to use those two silvers and this bishop, that's gonna be the biggest question. For Nishiyama, well, the rook will be activated like this, I assume. But then how the bishop is going to cooperate is gonna be the next question. What I slowly feel is that Mino's weakness is also the edge, so I kind of feel some pressure building up here. And also, because Nishiyama has the gold here, she cannot really rebuild her castle. Yeah, if she were to go for a silver crown, this immediately counters it, right? So that pressure exists as well for against Nishiyama. Yeah. I mean, knights are very hard to active, so don't worry, guys. It's just the way they work. If you manage to activate your knight, usually that means you're better off. This is how difficult it is. Alright, so Satomi moves the gold to avoid the chopping silver drop on the back. In the meantime, Nishiyama tries to develop her shape without walking under the silver influence. Bishop goes back. Now the rook doesn't have to defend the square anymore. Gold goes up. Kimura's Mino, yeah? So it would be natural to like push this pawn. Kind of put pressure on this silver's existence. Maybe develop the knight here. This bishop looks very inactive though. It could be a way to like try to activate it. This silver is a big question to me. Do we like develop this pawn finally? Push it. Counter here, maybe. Let's see, silver going back. Okay, so perhaps we're trying to just vanguard this pawn, like a normal vanguard pawn strategy. And this is where Nishiyama attacks. Okay, because she just finished her castle. And she's like, you back off, so I push in. Okay. And by doing so, if you compare it to this position, we just deleted this vanguard pawn of Sente. Yeah, it's gone. So kinda helped Nishiyama to make this bishop more active. So good play from her, I believe. And now she does, how do you call it? Striking pawn to recontest the square. Maybe to go here to exchange the silvers, we will see. But Satomi doesn't drop the pawn, she just leaves it, goes even deeper with her king. And finally pushes the 7-6 pawn, yeah? Yeah, so this was the biggest like question in Satomi's position. The silver being here does nothing. By going back, it finally joined the defense and she has 3-piece castle. A move that we would like to play one more with perhaps something like this. This would be kinda Yagura, allowing us to perhaps change into Anaguma and stuff. Normally we would be afraid of moves like knight jump, silver up, and like bishop check, but the bishop is not here, therefore I think it's acceptable. But yeah, speaking of the bishop, Nishiyama will try to activate it. This time Satomi cannot drop the pawn. Now the biggest question is this silver just hanging here doing nothing. This bishop is looking at the enemy core, this bishop is like doing nothing, right? So Satomi seems a little bit under pressure here, although her castle is 1 piece better. The edge pawn, this kind of allows the bishop exchange. So this move simply pressures to take the silver for free, here we defend. And finally your question, how to develop the knight. Well, this is how you do it, yeah? Now is the perfect time to jump it because we put the bishop in active play. Knight is the only piece that's non-active here and we would really like to use it on this square, right? Speaking of it, I really like Nishiyama's position here. Yeah, maybe I'm a little bit concerned about moves like this, bishop exchange, but we'll see. This feels like Ureshino move again. The pressure is gone. He pushes the center pawn and the escape point is made. Push it again, force them to drop again. This time Nishiyama has a very developed pawn. So it looks good for her. I wouldn't be surprised if Gote was a little bit better here, yeah? Okay, we have to consider one more thing that I've been ignoring silently. At some point there might be a move like this. just forking pieces, so we have to kind of remember about that. And this is why she moves the rook back. Yeah. Finishing the castle, going for offense. Bishop drop, looks good, and we get a horse. Yeah, so that's what I read as well. I don't know how Sente can deal in this situation. The horse is a great defensive piece, and also it's assaulting the head of this silver indirectly. That's very rough. Nice space advantage. Yes, I agree. I believe this silver can take here, but then the horse comes back and maybe gets the speed up, so we don't do that, we attack ourselves, and here we need to find some good move while we protect that horse. Yeah, if the horse comes here and comes here, assaults our rook, the rook is pushed back, it's like we have no hope. Satomi needs to prevent that. Nishiyama needs to find a different way of attack. She assaults the head of the silver. And now we have this nice attacking spot. But also, you know, Sente gained a thing here as well. So it's not one-sided. We really need to find a way to activate those two pieces somehow. Or the horse going for check. Yeah, runs away. Okay, yeah, Nishiyama is using the horse really well. We could push here and try to activate it. We're trying to get even more space advantage here right now. Okay, the only way to defend is the bishop drop. We do not want to give them the horse, although I would be not surprised if we played this. I wouldn't be surprised if we did that. But yeah, maybe we want to keep the horse. We go back. Just going with the pressure, yeah. And now Nishiyama goes for a very aggressive play. I don't think it would be bad to like go slowly and pick up the pawn. This attacks the silver, by the way. But it is in the nature of those players that they go for the most efficient play, so... Okay, so it's the same, but they just put an agi. They spice up the position by sacrificing first and then going for the activation tactics. Ooh, nice bishop. This time this bishop will be working really nice in defense. So we have to take it off. Knight comes in, but it cannot be promoted. Pawn push is really hard to read. I don't know exactly what it's targeting. Well, if rook takes, we lose the silver, that's for sure. If silver takes, we lose the rook, so maybe it's a focal point. Pawn takes. Kinda weakens the position, yeah. We wanna drop the bishop eventually, I think. But here, Satomi goes for counter. So this is more endgame related move, where you say, you just placed a soft move that doesn't do much. If you promote, I just take, I don't care. And in the meantime, I'm gonna speed up my play. I'm gonna put your king in danger. So that you feel even less eager to attack me. Even less eager to give me away pieces. Yeah, because in Shogi, attacking means you give away pieces. But Satomi's king is pretty safe right now. It's perfect timing to counterattack. Knight comes in though. Ooh. Ay, 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 ay. Everything is hanging. This is a great move by Satomi. Oh my. Do you guys feel that? So if we were to, you know, take any of those pieces, the rook falls. If the rook takes the rook, we just break the entire structure of Kote. And this king previously checked and ran into the edge. Actually, being far away gives us advantage. That's how beautiful it is. Oh, yeah. So rook took rook. We did take there. And now we enter endgame. We assume that we're safe enough. We took the gold, simply distribute and checkmate with our rook drop. Takes. And this is when Nishiyama resigns, my friends. What an explosive ending that was. It didn't seem like close to endgame, and suddenly it was. This is how strong this bishop was. This is so amazing. I want to see, like, where did it change? Like the winner, the board. When did it flip? The advantage. When did the advantage flip? Because that was sudden drop. It seemed like sudden death type of situation to me. The silver moving diagonally to 6-4. This guy was very. This one was very, very strong. Yes, here. When space cleared on the 5th file. Yeah, maybe. Something about this bishop was. Yeah, so here the silver got developed because of the exchange. And this looked like a weak move, so Tommy attacked. And this also move looks very strong, but this move. This just deadly. Wow. Maybe the knight was in the move? It's amazing. Oh wow, what happened here? Okay, the computer likes to tick. What happened here? Okay, so they proposed to block it actually. What happened here? The horse escaping. The computer really wanted to protect this pawn, it seems. So if we went here, got ahead the advantage still. Oh. Yes, guys, look at that. It's the horn I have here. Hi, Alexandre. Hi, random watcher. So that thing is what we call tonshi. Ton being like an onomatopoeia, and shi means death, and basically what it means, it's a sudden death. It just like that. If you ever seen that graph, that means you made one mistake that was very crucial. And that one mistake was the soft move that I talked about. Yeah, the pawn push doesn't seem to be correct one. The bishop drop was a great move by Satomi, a computer move, and here it was too late already. Yeah, still the bishop drop. The bishop drop, trying to survive. So computer sees the threat, and perhaps Nishiyama didn't. Yeah, and that's over basically. Speaking of which, if the silver goes here, what's the correct move? I was thinking about it, but it's just a stupid feeling. Take, push, okay. And then the rook is taking this pawn and pushing together with this pawn, I see. How did Gotha had to prevent? Well, here they had to play this. And then I believe drop the bishop first, maybe? Yeah, something else, yeah. Something more aggressive. And this would be equals. And if they drop the bishop anyway, you drop the pawn actually. How is this a good move? Oh, pawn drop, okay. Pawn drop, and I believe pawn drop or something is necessary. No, Okay, so they're using the lance in defense in this variation. They're gonna drop it on 6-1. Basically, you admit your threat, the threat is very strong, so if you go here, we take. And the problem was, here we couldn't have taken with the gold, right? Because silver drop goes here, takes checkmate, yeah? Even here it's a checkmate, but we keep the lance so that this gold is intact, this defense is intact, and therefore they have no continuation. So that was the point here. You had to defend this threat here. The bishop was very strong. Also, taking the bishop doesn't help us, right? Taking the bishop doesn't really help us because this pawn just breaks our defense even more. Notice that if yeah, basically a king and gold in defense. It's really not good. This rook will come here, try to promote and stuff. No. This promotion, gold takes means there's a weakness here. King takes means they're too close to the maybe silver sacrifice. So also not acceptable. Wow. So you guys, that means that Satomi won the title actually. It explained here that Satomi in 119 moves defended her title. Yeah, the Osho, ladies Osho. I'm really impressed with that silver move at the variants. It's an amazing tactic to know. Just made Nishiyama's castle in existence. So beautiful. Alright guys, you warmed up? You warmed up for Fuji game? We ready? Some of you may be spoiled on our Discord who won, but if you weren't, of course, we're gonna have the spoiler block. This guy is saying to other guy that he's not using software. Check my other Kifu. I'm not cheating. There's some drama going on. Oh, the tournament seems to be like final match perhaps going on. 22 people watching. What's going on here? So many people watching. Rio versus Meijin. Rio versus Meijin? No, Rio match. Fuji is the title holder, I believe. Is it? Wait, am I right? No, I'm pretty sure Fuji is the title holder. What? Yeah, Fuji is the title holder. So it's Fuji versus Hirose, basically. Rebecca, by the way, it's Rebecca. Tokyo Peach is the queen on our server. She's been improving greatly. She won the TTQ, right? We'll see her face pros in the future. It might be a good game to watch, but we're gonna jump back to the pro games. Hey Koshiro, can you explain to me what tournament it is? Because I noticed there were many Brazilian players playing, and now there's only one game, so I assume this is the final. Is it like a tournament thing going on? I know it's a silly thing to say, but there were those generals here, and I assume the king is here, but the king is here. I completely missed that fact. Rebecca is missing 2 big pieces, though it seems bad. I keep saying Rebecca. I'm not. It's Tokyo Peach. Not sure. Rebecca is Rebecca, right? Not Tokyo Peach. I'm so confused right now. Tokyo Peach. There is a Brazilian tournament online today and tomorrow. Rebecca played super. Oh, this is Rebecca. Okay. Koshiro, if you could post that in our Shogi promotion so that people can know, it would be amazing. Because, you know, the thing about communities online is we should share those things between each other. She made a blunder. Oh, well. Happens. Oh, yeah. Alright, so I'm using the correct name. Oh. You see, the king escaped the castle so early, so it never entered the castle in the first place. Makes sense, makes sense. Yeah, the king cannot escape because it will be checkmated. But also the gold seems checkmate. Seems like a checkmate. Alright, I'm gonna wait for it then, Kashira. I was expecting bishop drop, but I guess it works. Yeah, I guess many things work, yeah. Nothing is incorrect here. It's just... yeah, it's the same amount of moves even. Or is it? One move faster, maybe the bishop drop one was faster. And so it ended, unfortunately. Unfortunately, because I always count on people who play on my server, so... yeah. Hey, congratulations to the winner, and back to the pro games. Like, if we have events like this, we could even, like, comment it together or something, who knows? Yeah, we should consider those as an option. Hirose. Easy. See you. Thank you for jumping in. Spoiler on. Sensor on. Load the game. Boom. Boom. And change the text. Text, hello? I don't know where I put it. Where did I put this text? Text, here we go. To change the name. Rename. Players names text. Okay. So this time will be Hirose and Fiji. Alright, so it's game 5 out of 7. Score so far I think was 1, 2, 3. So it's also quite important. Bad idea, opening idea, Yagura, but the bishop never leaves the castle. This is actually a castle. If you watched my video, I think it was called Kikusui Yagura. Watch my opening, the castle video, yeah? It explains that the bishop stays on the main diagonal because they're attacking, and if you were to put your king... okay, the bishop also stays on the big diagonal, yeah? If you were to put the king here, it would be very dangerous. So you keep the bishop here, and you turtle yourself against the attack. Put all the silvers here, and you turtle, and you wait, try to survive with the king here, or in the center, or even in the center. It exists. Yes, Fuji is defending. He needs one more win. Because it's best of 7? Best of... was it 4 or 5? My brain doesn't work. Anyway, Fuji is closer to winning than Hirose, let's say that. Yeah, I mean, there are different strategies, yeah. Okay, so Hirose's Sente as shown. And we have the double wing attack, which previously transposed into bishop exchange. But now it is truly... did I say Gangi? I mean Aigakari, double wing attack opening. And you see that they move the rook here to continue protecting this square so that Sente cannot exchange their rook pawn. It is worth noticing that Hirose decided to move their king in the center. The king can move to different squares, but it chose to go here, yeah? And now we push this pawn, which looks very unnatural, opening the king's ear, but it has been adjusted. So this pawn push means we block the rook effectiveness, so we can push, and we do. And we go back all the way down, because our rook being here would have no value, as this pawn would be blocking it, yeah? Also, being here, it would become a target, so going back seems to be correct. Fuji also decides to put their king in the center, seems to be like the trend going on. Yeah, double wing attack. This is the Ryo match. Yeah, Ryu or... yeah, Ryu or... The Dragon King is the title with the most money for the winner out of all the tournaments. It's famous for that. And amateurs can take part in this tournament, as well as top lady professionals. But of course, like pro were the ones winning it. So finally, bishops are opposing each other. And here we have this knight jump. Instead of developing the silver, we develop the knight. And this side goes for reclining silver, also developing the knight. And it looks a little bit mirrored, yeah? Now, king, gold, silver, it seems to be mirrored right now. So we arrived at the same position. The only difference is those pushed pawns are not pushed. And it seems like this is the shape similar to bishop exchange opening, which it transposes to slowly. Very interesting, isn't it? No, the equivalent of Honimbo I think would be Meijin. I'm not sure. Meijin would be the first shogi title and the most prestigious because it's the hardest to get. You need to go through the league. Fuji also, like, he became pro and like multiple title holder in few years, but only this year for the first time he will have chance to become the challenger. This is how hard it is to become Meiji. Looks miserable. Well, you could say that. I know you have Meijin title, but Honimbo was your first, I believe. For us it was, we don't have Honimbo, so for us the most prestigious would be Meijin. And the most money, like the most expensive one would be Ryo. So if you were to remember any shogi titles, it would be Meijin and Ryo as the two main. I mean, there's 8 main tournaments, but those are the 2 biggest ones among them, in my opinion. Okay, so the rook goes back as well. Fuji is got it, so Fuji wouldn't mind doing Senishite, a repetition draw, so that he gets the center next round, yeah? In case of repetition. And when the position is symmetrical, it's really easy to arrive at Senishite. So this is why Fuji is just making it mirrored. Yeah, we don't have Honimbo title in Shogi. I don't know about Go World. I don't know which one is more prestigious in Go. I assumed it was Honimbo because it's oldest, but... Okay, so now the symmetry broke a little bit. This silver went to the center, this one here, but it, you know, probably is gonna become the same. This move, I think we've saw in the past. It's a move where you try to take space, and the rook cannot really take it because of the bishop drop. I think we've established that in the past, and now the rook gets activated. Yeah, but this is quite common shape nowadays. Yeah, so we cannot take it. After which they're gonna be able to create kind of like silver crown type of situation. But this is where Hirose pushes this pawn push. Very interesting move, because if we take it, now bishop drop doesn't exist. Yeah? Quite interesting. So we sacrificed 1 pawn to get 1 pawn for free. Totally acceptable. And they have to drop, because else we're gonna drop. And as a result, we kind of got rid of this vanguard pawn, which maybe in the future allows us to create some knight drop or some sort of. This is pretty good for Hirose, I believe. Feels like bishop exchange is becoming the new Yagura. Yeah, I think it already became one. Onibo is our biggest, oldest, and the most prestigious title, partially because all but one of Meijin Godokoro, when we had one, came from the Honimbo house. I don't know what it means, the all but one Meijin Godokoro came from, but as I said, Meijin would be the most prestigious in Shogi world. So, we have this additional pawn, we wanna attack. Beautiful. Why do I say beautiful? Because Hirose has a clear threat of pawn drop, capturing the lance, and once we capture this lance, because it's so symmetrical and stuff, it's gonna be so easy for Hirose to continue attacking. On the other hand, he's threatening to take this pawn and activate his rook, or pawn takes pawn drop type of attack. So he has some opportunities here. And this bishop does 2 things at the same time, which is the point, yeah. Moves that do 2 things at the same time are the most valuable pieces to have. And because two very far away places you cannot defend at the same time, Fuji has to choose, and he blocks his own rook, which looks very painful. So let's see if Hirose capitalizes on it or not. He drops the pawn, pushes the silver back, and then continues heavy assault on the edge. So this move is also very painful, because the rook has no way to develop itself unless we do the same push, takes, right? This takes a lot of effort, a lot of moves. So Fuji is totally on defense here. Being the only side on defense in Shogi is really dangerous, because as we know, the attacker won't run out of steam. Why? Because they have the talking advantage. And the pawn advantage, kinda. One piece doing double attack, good. One piece doing double defense, bad. One piece doing double attack, good. One piece doing double defense, bad. That's true, yeah. You don't want to overload the piece in defense. That's very good point, Alexandre. I didn't think of it. But I mean, having a piece defend 2 points rather than 1 also seems useful, yeah? It just depends on the situation. Okay, the knight comes in. So again, the idea is we sacrifice first, and then we jump, which kind of speeds up our attack. This is a very important middle game technique here. If we jump the knight, next we would have to push to activate the knight. By not jumping the knight, we threaten take, push, and we have a threat. So they are more eager to retake the pawn now, because the pawn is alone, and therefore it makes the knight stronger. It's kind of a weird tactic in Shogi, but I hope it kind of makes sense to you. The pawn alone is stronger, and the knight alone would be slower. Does it make sense? Because the pawn is stronger, they have to take it. The knight jump now speeds up. Shogi is a weird game. I don't know how to explain it, but that's how it happens here. They have to defend because we're threatening as simple stuff as pawn drop, knight takes knight takes silver, and promotion. That's what we're threatening, yeah? Yeah, they have technically this move, but then maybe sacrifice the bishop or take here, drop the pawn. It's like we have follow-up. So pawn drop, and here just this position looks comfortable. So we want to spread out the attack. We push this pawn as well. Bishop takes. Cool. Fuji tries to activate his knight by offering an exchange. And because the knight, as Alexandri said, one piece doing double defense bad, here as well, this knight that was protecting his gun. So we have the pawn. The pawn hypes up the knight. Yeah, the knight comes in like, I will revenge you. Your sacrifice won't go in vain. And then it jumps in. Yeah, something like that. But now they have a space to go. We drop the pawn instead of taking... You know, if we take it, the gold comes in, puts a pressure on the bishop. So just drop the pawn. And now we have a nice pressure point. But yeah, Hirose seems safe. Yeah, this moment seems a little bit unsure because... Like, there might be some bishop drop here, we have to be aware of that. But considering he has this nice pressure next to the enemy king, feels good. Pawn drop through 3, trying to activate that gold. Bishop takes 4-4, trying to promote the bishop. And here, even if the bishop is under attack, we could consider sacrificing it, creating a token. And this would be winning game for Sente, clearly, yeah? So speaking about that bishop drop, yeah? In order to expose it, we have to drop the pawn. And of course, if we take it, even worse, yeah? This is a check immediately. This will be losing. So we go here. And it's very difficult middle game and game. This rook may come here to put pressure. This pawn itself is exerting lots of pressure. But remember, we also have pawn promotion. So professionals, what they do, they have to calculate who's better and why in those type of situations, yeah? And it's really hard to tell. And that's the title match for you, yeah? The top, strongest professionals are playing here. It wouldn't be surprising if that would be equal. Okay? So we go with the original plan. And we get a token. So I think this is good for Hirose. But Fuji does have the bishop drop, as we talk about. We really would like to go here. But again, this is not a good idea. Because of the king-rook fork. So what will we do? The rook is technically protected. We could also go to here. I didn't look at the move, guys. Let's think about it together. What would you do in this situation? It's perhaps important to notice that Gote has another bishop in hand, yeah? You would feel lost, Mizati says, okay. Remember, they have like 8 hours to think about the whole game, but I think it's also important to notice... Okay, I will wait for your answers, maybe. If this can be taken or not. Well, they can run away to safety, I think. Because if the king goes here, he's behind the barricade. Retreat. Retreat where? Here? I guess that's a possibility. Knight 4-4. Again. Drop the knight, they run. So I think it's important to notice something. Remember that running move? What kind of piece would you like to have Did not allow the king to run away. Which piece would be nice to have? The rook, no. Good guess, but no. Guys, come on. Silver? All of them? Okay, I will give you a bigger hint. The king is running away diagonally. So a piece that would prevent the diagonal movement would be... Bishop! Yeah! We got it! We got that dragon. No! Okay, but yeah, good job, good job. The bishop. So actually, we would be quite happy if they gave us a bishop. And de facto, you know, we will move here. This is a little bit more active than retreating. And there is this move, where they could sacrifice it and pin our king again. But then we have this nice line to work with. Yeah. So maybe this is where whoever proposed like the talking thing, I think it might be considered here, dragging the king out and then dropping the bishop again to like mess up with the king positioning. I think this would be winning for Sente here. What about lance 1-5? Helps to force the exchange. I think so, but the problem is if we take it with the silver, our defender runs away from this square, which is already under assault, and the timing is a little bit scary, yeah? So we enter the question, is this good enough? We would have to have a checkmate threat on this king in order to survive, and we don't have that. So considering that, like the bishop drop here looks really scary, right? But it's also not a checkmate threat, but we also exert pressure on the token. I mean, just this defender, like at a glance, this defender leaves the king side, so we would like to avoid that. Yeah, okay. Would a knight 3-7 be also good? We want to keep the knight for the attack. We don't need to defend the token, it's not under attack, this guy. Actually, you know, like, because we use the knight here, it's a missed opportunity for the knight to be checking the king. Think of it like this. It's a great idea, because you keep the defender, but you're wasting an attacking piece instead. So I think going here tries to do it in the lightest possible way. And they drop the knight to put more pressure. And this is where we just eat the knight. So yeah, the king ultimately ran away. But as we talked in the Ureshino video, his material advantage plays a big role in the middle game. So if Fuji runs out of attacking pieces, we're gonna win. So we continue attacking the rook. This time if the rook escapes, we take for free, right? Because the rook is overloaded. So we will defend the rook instead, trying to keep this bishop as useless as possible. I think the rook drop is going to happen, which surrounds our king, which is very uncomfortable. And this is where Hirose decides to defend this knight, helping with the problem there. Remember that Hirose has a talking advantage, yeah? So as long as he has this talking, he should be better off. Material advantage is the only way I win, just me too. Yes, he can run away. He can run away on the 8th file. Now we got 2 pieces for 1, that's great. And this, again, this talking is the most important, so we will protect it with all of our might. And we drop the bishop to 4-4, which is a little bit surprising, but makes sense because we look at the enemy core. We 3-10 to move closer, closer, and hit the king, yeah? So we have to defend it. And here the bishop is under attack, but we prioritize to attack the dragon for some reason, not sure why. Okay, to enable our bishop drop, makes sense. Maybe this is why they couldn't go here, because of the check. Kinda makes sense, right? Because of this check. But it's very difficult. There's a bishop drop here. I don't sure if I like it. Okay. The talking becomes active, and this is the biggest of problems for Fuji. So here we ate a free gold, which is the piece advantage that we talked about. So we have a knight and a gold advantage right now, because we ate a free knight and we ate a free gold. Although we exchange bishop for a gold, so it's not that simple. Now the question is, how can Hirose use those pieces? Drops a knight. Drops the gold. Bishop check. As we said, this is gonna be the most painful drop. And painfully, Hirose has only this move, which, you know, can be attacked with a pawn. Yeah, but before he escapes, Fuji escapes with the rook. This looks very close to me. Yeah. And it is under attack indeed. In the meantime, we have to defend. Yeah, because if this check happens, this is over. So we have to delete the bishop before that. And now we have additional bishop. Is this enough? Is this enough for Hirose? He makes a check. King has to take. Promotion. Runs away. Is this enough? If the king were to run this time, it's Fuji eating up pieces. Yeah? Is this enough? I cannot tell, honestly. We need some form of attack from Sente in order to survive this, which is gonna be faster than Gotes. Probably taking the rook would be critical, because when we take the rook, we delete the defender while continuing getting more pieces to supply with. But no, Hirose plays this move. King here. Okay, then we attack the rook. Ooh, okay. This is actually checkmate threat. If we were to take it, yeah? If we take it, it's a checkmate immediately. A little bit hard to see, but we have this check. Checkmate. Or if he goes here. Look at this. We have this lance here coming in. How crazy that is. So this would be bad, yeah? This would be bad. This silver cannot be taken, de facto. Is this checkmate threat itself if we take the rook? I think so. Although it's hard to tell. King runs here. Take. Drops pawn. I think it might be a checkmate, but it's a very long line, so I will just leave it out. So rook h3. Well, we don't have the rook yet. Rook h1 will be like a check. Goes here. Oh, you mean like rook here? Oh, you're right. You're right. So check, drop something, rook drop, king takes, horse here. Yes, you're right. You're right. You're right. that works. You're correct, my things. Alright, so it's much easier than thought. So this is a checkmate trade whenever you take or not take. Of course, taking is faster, so we cannot take. We're gonna make a check. Of course, we're not gonna take it. If we took it, we actually die. I think we would die. Yeah, just like this. Yeah, and gold draw. So, the king runs, and the final question is... Does Fuji have a checkmate or not? Considering the king has all the squares and this very strong gold defender, any check like this would end up with us just taking. And look, this is a beautiful Zetto. No follow-up. Talking sacrifice, we just take and then run away. It seems like he can do nothing, yeah? Yeah, we can make some checks over here. Yeah, check, 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 and look, we arrive at the Zeta position. We could try to do that. It can be taken. No follow-up move. Try to drop the silver, activate this knight, we take it with the knight. And now we have additional silver in hand, so it will be easier to check. Does it make sense, guys? So, we don't have a mate. Fuji ends up taking this one, and as we know, this leads to a mate as shown previously. Yeah. Hirose won actually, which gives him 2 wins versus 3 wins of Fuji, as explained on this page. Next game will be in December 2nd. Okay, let's find out how many wins do you need. You need 4 wins. So yeah, Fuji needed that win to win, but he lost. So Hirose still have chance. Yeah. I think that pawn push 4-4 was very innovative. I think they played different variation last time, but Hirose prepared for this possibility. Yeah, this pawn push, very, very nice. What do you mean, how he won? You mean from this position? Or do you mean like here? Here you know that somebody won because of the... this means wins, this means loss. If you talk about the position, it's just a checkmate in 5 moves. His games are really nice, I agree. Hirose versus Fuji are really entertaining to watch, I agree. Not one-sided at all. Oh, how we can tell from the spoiler. So, you see this? This is yellow. So, by doing this, we cover that's yellow, and therefore you cannot see who's the winner. So here you can see Hirose won, right? Because Fuji has no color comparison. So this is why I had to type the name separately, and yeah, to make it more exciting for you guys who didn't see the game, right? I think it's more fun this way. Anime kind of face, yeah. Okay guys, we still have some time left. I'm gonna repeat what I said before on my main channel on YouTube. I will be continuing with Ureshino because you guys requested it. I will also make one video about Ishidaryu because one person requested it. But I will be making separate playlists. It's not gonna be called Tips for Beginners, it's gonna be called Shogi Openings. Something like that. And I will try to connect it with the Tips for Beginners by putting introduction video in the tips. And then saying, oh, if you want to check the rest or more, check this other playlist. But I'm trying to keep, you know, the beginner content, like, beginner level. Susume Karolina, yeah, it's a anime. It's an actual, like, anime commercial with my face. Okay, guys, do you want to see one more game? Like, if you have a favorite opening, I can choose you from this week. Some opening you would like. Or a player you would like. Here, Kato Momoko is playing against male professional in Osho-sen. So it's female versus male. Worth watching. Here we have Ivory Bishop Sugai Sensei. There's many games of Kubo Sensei because of Asahi Open. Abo versus Toyoshima, which, as we know, was very important. There is more Lady Pro games, like Nishiyama versus Yamaguchi, which was the last game of, which is what made Nishiyama the challenger. Ureshino, yeah, I don't think there are many Ureshino. Maybe we could try to find Ureshino. I don't know if it's, let's see, is it on the list of openings? The text is unnecessary. It's Sente Hikikaku, like retreating bishop, but it's Ijima style. Sonata, it might be considered another opening. It's like empty. Shall we try to do this? Ureshino. The Fate Rock. Ureshina breaks the page, apparently. It doesn't look like Ureshina. Fortunately. Yeah, they don't have it. Karotsume Shogi speedrun. I'm so bad at Tsume Shogi nowadays. Getting worse every day because I'm not training. Nishiyama game to challenger? Anaguma Bileni. Yeah, it's not common, I believe. Time to train. We could do Tsume Shogi. Let's do quick voting then. All. So what do we do in the remaining 30 minutes? Tsume Shogi practice or watch Nishiyama's game or desperately search for Ureshino. Other. Yeah, we'll give you 3 minutes. You can vote, it's on top of the chat, somewhere on that side. Somewhere on this side. Yeah, it's kinda weird to call him to destroy me in Ureshino. Especially that I don't play static rook. Because I don't know if I should be playing Ureshino or he should be playing Ureshino, and it's weird. I mean, he's static rook, like he can play. He's a pro. He can play everything. He will just destroy me. I would need to know how to counter Ureshino before challenging him like that. Can I discuss something very fast? What if I fall into a trap of in double wing attack by pushing a pawn before attacking, but you drop pawn before your opponent? It's very... Do you mean the thing that I explained on the video? Like this one? Like this trap? It should be able. You should be able to vote normally. But you can also tell me in the chats. I will add it in my mind if you prefer. You found it. Cool. Okay. Had to reload. Sorry about that. By the way, just a reminder that if you guys are annoyed by the advertisement that Twitch has, if you subscribe, that's gonna delete the advertisement forever. At least on this channel, yeah? Yes, okay. You shouldn't do that because then you will lose. I mean, the only way to survive it is not to take it, and then they defend it, and then you lose a pawn. And then, if you take, it's too late, yeah? Because this happens. And they're one move faster. I mean, you could go with the same line as before and try to bait their mistake. Like here, for example, if they take it with the silver, you could try to bait them. Shogi practice 1, okay. What instead you drop instead of taking the token thread? You mean here? Well, they just take and you have no pawns, right? And then they're retaining not only to take your bishop, but also silver. There will be one move faster. The pawn imbalance is huge, basically. Yeah, they have 3, you have 0. I mean, still worth trying, but just an example. If you go back, take, they drop the pawn, you drop the pawn. This may be like equal game. So instead, I mean, you could pressure your rook, and we have this move. Have you ever seen this move, guys? It's a move that says I'm gonna make another talking anyway. But I guess we can take, and it becomes a who's gonna be faster match, but they are faster. I mean, Alexandre, everything is a good fight. If you're both Q players, you can try this variation. It should be losing, but I mean, you shouldn't be falling in the trap. Just remember, before you attack, move the gold. That's something you have to know, to not make it difficult for yourself. Alright, Shogi, yeah? Do we use the Yoyomi or the high score? I used to have score of 18. Solve as many problems as you can within 5 minutes. The difficulty will gradually increase. Or solve problems with no time limit, but you can get 3 wrong answers. Or the Byoyomi mod. Guys, which one do you prefer? I found a bug. Byoyomi, not Byoyomi. Okay, we have 2 votes on Byoyomi and 1 vote for not Byoyomi. I think that means Byoyomi wins. But I'm not sure if there is a sound. It just says the... And there's 30 seconds, so that's not that rough. I don't see it. It got harder now, it's 5 moves instead of... I'm panicking. I don't see it. The lens, maybe? Drop, then take. Okay. Oh, you don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, Just suck that. Just that. So there's no sound, yeah? It just turns red. I hate nights. Did I mention that? Oh my god, so many pieces. What is that? Here? Oh. Missing one piece. It's not a mate, but I will play it anyway. Ugh. I don't see it either. I stopped seeing the answers, guys. Probably check. Yeah. And then check. Here and here, okay. Pawn drop is the only move. Gold drop, and then take taken. Okay, that's me. Breathing noises, yes. What? What? Why is that wrong? Then we have to go back to. Okay, this is BRB is running. I cannot. Hello. Don't worry, just ignore the noises of pain and suffering. It's the bishop, right? I have no idea how to continue after that. Call drop? Call drop, go take. I'm pretty sure it's a call drop, but... And then forward or the knight? Knight, forward. Ranch. Oh fuck. Forward. What is the first one? We have 30 seconds. Probably sacrifice. What is gold 6? Knight drop is checkmate still, okay. Rook drop. It's clearly rook drop, right? I have no idea. Is there any other move? There isn't. Rook drop seems to be natural. also feels incorrect, but yeah, okay. Alright, let's open up the mistaken ones as it is training. Can I... Hello? Can I... Oh, okay, it opens when you click. Okay. So, I thought the palm drop is the solution. Tell me why. Oh, I see. I miscalculated it. So it is gold drop to 2-1, yeah. I miscalculated. Yeah, this is correct. This one, I dropped the gold. Okay. Knight, knight, knight goes here. Gold goes here. Gold goes here. No checkmate. Gold here, maybe. Maybe something like this. It's just Shogi. It has to be crazy, so it has to be this, right? And, yes. And this one, which was wrong. I have no idea. Bishop drop where the lens can take, yeah? Which I thought is the point as well. This was a bishop drop like far away. Oh, actually, bishop drop far away, and then I think it worked. Like if they block, then the rook is working. So they have to take the token and then rook drop. It works. What is this move? Oh my gosh. If we take they take the token. Oh, okay. Okay, that was a really complex one. It was a really complex one. You wanna try again, chat? Another Biomi survival one? Where was it? Problem collections? Yeah, Biomi survival, yeah. Why is it called Biomi survival when there are all survival modes? It should be Shogi survival instead. Fix that. Alright, sure, let's go. I feel like I warmed up a little bit. Immediately makes the wrong move. Ah, there was a knight, not a... I hate myself. I hate myself. This was something stupid with rook drop 1-2, wasn't it? I don't see it. Oh yeah. But like this. Okay. This was first Sumeishogi I ever solved, by the way, like from a just like a Japanese book. I don't see it. Maybe just this. Wait, what? No. I was reading the variation, my brain just said like, oh, how you try the other one first? I'm like, no, wait a moment. I don't see it. Mm-mm. Yeah. It's funny because they shouldn't be so hard and yet it just destroys your brain. What is this problem? That's not fair. What is this? What is even this? Oh my gosh. I don't understand this one. I couldn't get it. It was even worse, guys. I mean, that's training, but don't be too hard on yourself when you train. Can't believe you won the TTM game. Nice. Tomorrow we have to show. Yeah. Oh, you saw it, Melkor, before me? Damn. There is like every 5 or like every 4 or something, it jumps up a level. So like it's longer. Wait, guys. Rook, then knight. But promotion then? I'm not seeing this. Like, I'm blind. I don't see, like... Rook promotion for free? Then the king takes, was my concern. Knight promotion. Wrong. Well, double check he takes the rook and then you just... I'm pretty sure it's sacrifice first, then unpromote, then go here. So why it didn't work without... Well, it was also... Why it doesn't work first to move the knight? But there is. Oh no, because they ran to for free. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. So, if we do this... If we do it now, and they run, we can promote the rook to here. If we sacrifice it first, then the moment we promote, they run. Did I say sacrifice? If we... Yeah, sacrifice the bishop, yeah? If we do that, they take, promote, runs. Because we have no rook promotion. Checkmate. Okay. This one. Oh gosh. This is when the Melkor said something about rook first. Sack the rook. I was thinking of dropping the rook here, but then they take here. Drop, take. Yeah, probably here. Yeah, okay. Oh, because I thought this is a lens, guys. I thought this is a lens. Let's zoom in actually, so that you can see better. But this is not a lens. Means it's probably here. This is funny because it was made in free. Alright, let's continue. You guys force me. I force you guys to train, you force me to train. It's a fair exchange. Yeah? What kind of sensei I can be if I don't train myself? Let's try one more. Yeah, I have to give you good example, right? Yes, maybe, I guess, yeah. So this is 2 knights again, yeah? I'm playing too much on the Czech pieces. Clearly, right? I don't see it. What the heck? It's supposed to be easy, but it's not. Okay, if we go here and they take, then we can dragon. Checkmate them, so here, and the dragon takes is also check. Yeah. Better than before. Pen, you died. This is confusing. Why isn't it gold drop? See it. Not again! But now I don't. Oh, it's just here. Okay. Some of them are instant, some of them are not, which is frustrating. But that's Shogi, right? I'm not sure. I was running out of time. Take, silver drop. Bishop takes, and it's not a mate. Let's opposite, drop it here instead. Yeah, that's true. Experience is unique. What's instant for Fuji, yeah? I mean, I used to be much quicker and stuff. I'm confused. I don't see it. I still don't see it. Am I blind? Probably. I don't know. Is it just bishop sacrifice rook job? No, it doesn't work. Promotion. Promotion. Promotion! Ugh. Just blind. Nitro. No take. And then what? Biffle. I don't see it either. It has to be neither. There's no other move. Or yeah. I don't see it still. Takes, knight. I don't see it. Here. Oh, I hate this one. Hate you. I know I would be able to solve it if I... Yeah, it's frustrating. Yeah. So out of shape. Come on, brain. I don't see it. Yeah, I didn't. Good training. If you become frustrated, it's usually good. Alright, so let's start with this horrible thing. Which we promoted the rook, I believe. Oh. Something like this. Sack the rook again. Oh, it happens in Shogi too, maybe. There is this funny problem that Habu was showed, like 11 or 13 moves. And like everyone around him was like, or the lady pro asked him, Habu-sensei, did you solve it already? It's very easy, right? And he's like, huh? Like he was thinking very hard about it. Okay, so this is solved. This one. Bishop of silver 3-2. Is it this one or the other one? So I dropped the silver, I believe. Thinking bishop as well. But it didn't lead to a mate, so that's frustrating. King of silver drop as well. Silver drop if he lands his bishop is checkmate if he takes. I think that's the solution. Yeah. Never mind. Is it like silver drop here actually? Silver drop takes silver, and then he takes and there's no mates. Actually, wait. Is it like bishop? I'm so confused. So confused. King 3-2 after Gin drop. You can just checkmate him with the gold drop here. He runs to this square. Bishop to 2, bishop 4-4. Oh, I like your idea. But then king goes to 3-1. And then it's hard to reach it because you have two generals. I mean, instinct is always good to trust. I think we've established this doesn't work, this doesn't work, so we don't have to think about those two moves, and yet my brain continues to come back to those two moves, thinking they are correct. Maybe it's a bishop drop instead. Bishop drop, what if gold takes... It's not a mate. I was also thinking of like bishop promotion 2, 4... Wow, those are really hard. I think you're right, Mild Things, but it's silver drop 3-3. For that reason. Yeah, I used to like very harshly think of myself like as a pro, like how dare I be a pro and not being able to solve it. But that puts too much pressure on yourself, let's be honest. Yeah. to accept like the age plays factor. We have to accept the patterns, tiredness. Yeah. Knight 1-4 looks interesting, but I don't think it's made after he runs to 1-2. So I dropped 2-3 silver here, but wasn't a mate. It's difficult. Accept that you suck. Yes. Accept that you do and work on it. Yeah. The bishop 3-1 looks interesting in some variation, but like if king goes to the corner, we drop the knight, drag him out. But it doesn't look. Oh, it doesn't work. Silver does look the most natural. We cannot play Hishi, this is Sume. And also it's not a Hishi. Except that we all can't by Lily. Only someone who knows they suck can improve. That's also true. I think we should add it to our quotes. How do we add it to our quotes again? Quote add. Not like that. Does it work? Let's see. It works. Cool. Except that you suck at improving. Nah. Everybody hits a wall one time. My problem was I had it the same wall for years, so eventually you just give up, but... Okay, so if it's bishop and he runs up, it's knight drop and it's mate. So what if bishop and king runs to the corner? Nope, doesn't work. Bishop drop king went to rook promotion, but then silver takes. Oh, you start with silver. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you started with the bishop. So silver, if the king runs, then the bishop. If silver king goes up, then the same. You're right. Silver drop. This is so hard to see. It's silver drop. Nicely done. Okay, our record today was 16. We can try to beat it next week. Next week, I'm thinking like the quest to enjoy shogi. Maybe we could try to continue. We tried to do blind as well. But honestly, the fact that I was able to sit down and try the Biomitsu shogi, that's your guys' achievement to force me to do it. Because I've been hating soft shogi for so long. Just PTSD, let's call it. Yeah, we all achieved something today. Yeah, I will repeat the same thing. Yeah, we're gonna continue with Ureshina videos. We're gonna show some Ishida Ryu in the YouTube. We're gonna divide it into another playlist. It's gonna called Shogi Openings. So don't be surprised that the title is different. Do you still hate Sumishogi? It's more like... It's not that I hate it, but I get frustrated that I used to be able to solve it faster. And then I cannot do it now. Like I put a pressure on myself for no reason. Does it make sense? And I used to find it like cool, like oh, solving puzzle and riddles and it's fun, and it turned into race against myself. Does it make sense? Which is a very bad mentality to have. So I would need to change my mentality first. You dislike BM? Yeah, that's. I mean, you can always use the survival mode. Like here, you have infinite time. Oh gosh, there is no button for the arrows. Oh gosh, it stays forever. Oh gosh. In Go, I've been told that you have the mix of hard problems, you do slowly. Yes, that's true. And then easy ones. Yeah, so you do easy ones to warm up and then you go harder. That's true. That's something you could train as well, like Alexander. Biome, it's something you train. It requires you to play by intuition at some point. Now for some slow... Well, slow long sume would be nice, but we are run out of time and I need to start making dinner. We can try few. We should agree to make like a Tsume week or Tsume day on our server. This day you solve one Tsume or something like this. What you will have for dinner? A chicken burger, like a hamburger with chicken, homemade. I think it's bishop draw 2-4, then bishop draw 1-4. Then the king can run to 1-6, which is a bit concerning. Then we cannot promote anymore. Okay, I think I see it. It's the line I said, but at the end you sacrifice the gold and play 1-5 bishop. Something like this. $100 games in a month. Yeah, we could do that. Proper diet and meal. I agree, Aleki. But we should do one more. You haven't eaten dinner yet? No, because I streamed for 2 hours, Melkor. I've changed my... I didn't change. Like, it's 7 o'clock PM is when we usually start preparing it. That's our daily schedule, basically. I was surprised that you eat your lunch at 3 PM. That seemed late to me. Like, in comparison, I ate it at 12 or 1. Something with rook sacrifice on 4-2, because we are missing the diagonal piece to, like, prevent the king from running here. So it's something like this. Then he takes. Then we drop the rook again. And he cannot take, so he runs, and then we have a gold which has to somehow distract this guy. It's probably the horse sacrifice here. But then he takes the token. And then if we drop, he runs here. What? That's not enough. Yeah, Melkor, I know. Like, I honestly think, now that I've thought about it, yeah, like, we have serious conversation about it. What matters is that you have a schedule and you stick to it. Oh, it is the answer. Alright, it's just one move longer. Alright. It's a good training. We end up until the end of our how do you call it? Stamina. And we end up with hard stamina. I think it's a good training. The music ends in perfect moment as well. I will see you guys tomorrow at the same time. Review your Kifu. If you have a Kifu, send it here. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for staying to the end and solving some sumo together. And let's think about doing that Shogi week or whatever. That sounds fun. Yeah. Like one day Tsumain 1, second day Tsumain 2, 3, Tsumain 5. Yeah. Maybe that's a good idea. Keep a review tomorrow, yes. And for now, have a nice weekend. See you next time.